Oh, hello there. Welcome back to another RSG Lunch Hour. I'm Ranger J 1999, your host, and I'm glad to have you here as we do another lunch stream. We do these Monday through Friday from 12 to 1. We will do a Ross review. We'll answer your questions. If you have questions, go ahead and put those in. Make sure you put question in front of your statement so we can scoop that up. But I hope everybody's having a great day as we get back into the regular work schedule of the work week. There's not really a lot going on in the game. We are getting ready for territory wars. I am facing the brass. MC's facing the brass, so should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. Should be a hoot and a holler. But hope everyone's having a great day. Get your questions in. I'll introduce the panel here in a second. Make sure you like and subscribe. We do a lot of live streaming, and you want to know when we're doing it, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up on the video if you could. It helps us get our content out there in the YouTube world. And then if you haven't checked out our Patreon, you can. If you like to have your question or anything pop up and so we see it immediately, we have the super chat function, dollar, $20, it doesn't matter what it is. And if you want to become a YouTube sponsor, you can. All right, there's all the mechanisms. I did it. We have ACS stuff, but we'll get to that at the end of the stream. But let's introduce the panel, scooping up those questions and getting them ready for us. This is the Gingivitis himself, the soulless one, Stanley Red.
Hey,
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Also join us, who is not soulless or has gingivitis, Grim the Mechanic.
How's it going?
Hey. Also join us, I think he's still in the meeting, but he should be getting done with it soon, is of course the troll extraordinaire, Dr. Finn Medicine Woman. Oh, good, there's silence. We don't have to put up with him, guys. Yay, guys! We have to put up with Dr. Finn. Yay, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. But go ahead and get those questions in. And we'll get those scooped up. So let's get to the Ross review. And since Finn's not here, I am going to have to. It's George Michael Freedom. Someone said I was listening to it again. Like, hey, did you remember this song? I'm like, yes, I do. Let me see here. Let me pull it up in Discord. Let's see. I will go to the Ross review and let's see what. Today we are doing Michael H. 19, and he is in Jedi Knights. And he is looking for. Let's look here. No, I don't want the admin channel. God bless America. Here we go. No, All right, let's see here. Michael. Let's see. All right, here we go. He says, I'm looking for any holes in my rosters, and if you guys could evaluate my mods, I'd appreciate it. Of course, we can do that. I have almost 6 data saved right now. Nice! I figured I was saving some of them for Revan, of course, and anything else that might drop that's worth a Zeta. Additional info, I'm a free-to-play player, and I've been playing with a few short breaks in a December 15 shard. I just finished starring Bosk and Basil this last weekend. Congratulations. I'm hard no farming KOTOR and Houndstooth, also expecting Kira, Vandy, Chewy, and blah blah once all that's done. I'm working on gearing Wampa, Chewy, and Sunfax. So many Carbonis, yes. A lot here. So we'll look at ships. He wants us to look at ships. Okay. Okay. So, he is looking for a lot of things. We're just going to do a basic roster review. I guess it's just you and me, Stanley. So,
all right, I'm looking at his ships.
Okay. When Grim gets back, we'll have him look at his mods. Let's see here. His arena team, he's doing really well. He's running, of course, Darth Treya, who's 7 stars, along with their other Sith, and he's also been running. Looks like I believe that is Fallen Basil. Yeah, so a great team for offense. You can see that it does do well in offense. You can tell from his message that he does drop. He doesn't refresh, but that's the world we live in if you don't have Revan. So I think your arena team is fine. So rock and roll. We'll look at the mods in your team, see if there's anything we can help you out with there. But let us look at your character. See how we're doing here. Let me see what's going on. All right, here we go. Nice roster. I like what I'm seeing so
What
far.
up? It's your boy, Lord Finity
Oh,
Patrol.
God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Don't ever do that again.
Hi.
Ever. Don't you never, ever do that again.
Hi.
Now, I'll call you, Finn, But if you come by my house, I ain't gonna call you. Never. We're doing a roster review, Finn. I'm glad you could join us. How was your meeting?
It was productive. I have stuff to type up after we're done
Well,
with the lunch.
sure. Yeah. You got to do your job. So we're looking at his overall roster. So let's just kind of go through his teams. I really like what he's done with his roster. He just got Boss done, Basila done. Very, very nice. He's got a lot of the key components done. So let's just start going down the list and then looking at everything. Because it's just a general roster review. So let's just take a look, shall we? Where's Bounty Hunters? I want to see how his Bounty Hunters looking. He said he just got Boss 7-star. He's got 6 Zetas. It's in his back pocket. I had 6. I'll have 6 again here real soon, but I put one on Jolie. Bounty Hunters look great. Don't have any problem with that. There's a Zeta on Boss. Very nice. So Bounty Hunters look wonderful. We'll just go down the line to First Order. Let's see here. All Gear 11. Could do some more stuff, if you want to. Michael, if the First Order is a team you may want to consider, you'll need a Zayat on Kylo Ren and First Order Stormtrooper if you want to do that. Get the other guys to 11. They're a really good, solid defensive team. They're really good in dark side territory battles. I'm really big on the First Order. I don't know how Finn feels about it, but I like them a lot. As a team that you
I
can
love my
use.
First Order. I have a 71,000 hit point Kylo Ren unmasked.
Did you say Kylo?
Just health. Sorry, not hit point, just health. He's 71,000 health. In total health protection, he's 115,000. He makes me happy.
Say why you love me so much, Finn.
Because he has so much health.
That's right.
He's a healthy individual.
I'm very
with
healthy.
Very high pants.
Did you? Yeah, you saw me with my shirt off, Finn. Did it make you happy?
I tried to imitate it. It doesn't work very well.
No.
My pants, it hurts to take your pants that high. Just saying.
It's not that the pants are that hot. People don't listen. The pants are okay. I can't.
They're very high pants.
I can't deal with. No, it's not how it works.
They're
All
very
right. So maybe First Order, maybe a little bit of work if you want to consider it. Could go that route. Because we already know what he's farming. He's fine with what he's farming. Troopers look fine.
Is he in the chat?
I have no idea. I haven't seen.
I don't remember. Hold on, let me see. Because I know he had requested this time. I think he said he might be available to chat, I think. Because the one thing I want to ask is... So I was looking at his arena team. I know you had already discussed that, but...
He's doing fine in arena.
I'm...
Top 10,
I'm wondering if that's true.
It is true.
He's top 10, right? But previously he managed to get to rank 1. My question is, what is stopping him from getting higher? And so I kind of went and looked at his arena characters, and his Freya is modded solidly for a lot of protection and everything. So she is going to be, she's good if she's able to survive, especially with Fallen Bastila. My concern is the speeds between Nyla, Scion, and Thrawn, because I'm getting the sense, and I wish he was on just to kind of. Oh, he is there. Awesome. So, Michael, are you having any issues actually fighting in and beating like the top Revan teams? Because the reason I asked the question is because in looking at your arena team, the timings seem off. And if your timings are not right between especially Scion and Thrawn, you're going to have a weird turn order where your Scion is going to go and there's going to be a long gap before your Nihilus goes. And during that time, the Foresight may come back. So, okay. So he says there are 8 other people in his arena payout and they don't share 1 through 5 with
you
me.
make them. You pull a tits and you get in there and you get nasty.
You said you should pull a tits.
I'm serious, man.
Let's just give me the worst image in my head ever.
Well,
okay.
That's because you're...
Don't go pulling on anyone's tits.
No, that's not what I... You know what I meant? God, you're such a child. I'm trying to have a serious discussion here.
To quote Ranger J 1999, go pull a tits.
Yeah. That's what she did. That's what we told her to do.
That just made my day. Okay, so Okay, so he said that he has one Revan team that he has trouble with. Yeah, so the main thing is working on your timing. So what you need to do timing wise is you need to make sure that Nihilus goes right after Scion, because you want Scion to do the AoE dispel and then do and then get pain on everyone, which gets them all debuffed, and then Nihilus goes and he's able to cooldown reduce all of them. The problem is if you leave too large of a gap, they're all going to get foresight up. And so the problem with getting Nihilus just slower than Scion is that Nihilus will gain turn meter whenever a debuff is placed on Treya or Scion, and chances are Treya is getting debuffed to hell at the start, and so Nihilus is going to gain a lot of turn meter. So instead of working on the speed of Nihilus, you work on the speed of Thrawn, because Thrawn can turn meter swap, and he won't gain any turn meter, so you make Thrawn just slower than Scion. So then Scion goes, he does his AoE, Thrawn goes next, Thrawn will turn meter swap with Nihilus, and then you do the Force Drain. So you've effectively made Nihilus go right after Scion. So that would be the timing that you're looking for, and so you want to make your Scion as fast as possible, and then your Thrawn just slightly slower. So if you're having any issues with your timing of your team, you have the characters, but if you have any issues with the timing, then that would be the one thing to switch. But if you're not able to get into the top 5 and you're able to get into the top 10 with this team, then just keep what it is, because there are a lot of benefits to a fast Thrawn rather than slowing it down. So yeah, like you said, your Thrawn is currently 40 speed faster, which is going to be an issue. It's good if your Thrawn is faster than the opposing Revan. That's one way to win. But if you're at the top, then chances are your Thrawn is not going to be faster, and so you slow him down a little bit. But that ruins him for some other potential teams. So maybe one mod set that you keep for Thrawn in order to speed him up and get him ready, and then another mod set that you store on a character that you may not use very much. And just because it's on the screen, you can take a range trooper to level 50 and just throw a mod set on range trooper that's for Thrawn when you're fighting a faster Revan, and that would make it so Thrawn speed is the correct speed for what you need, and then you switch Thrawn set back to him, and you can shove this one back onto range trooper or something like that. But it's up to you if you want to do that. Those are when we mentioned that the Dark Bastila team with the Treya lead can beat the Revan teams, but it's not a pure counter. There is a lot that goes into it, and it's heavily based on modding and modding correctly. And so that's one of the issues that you'll want to look at. Again, if you want to do it, and this is for everyone that's listening, if you're trying to figure out how to beat the Revan teams with your Treya and Fallen Bastila, the timing of Scion and Nihilus is going to be key in when you get that cooldown reduction. So that was just the one thing I noticed when I was looking at his arena team and trying to figure out why he may not be getting higher. And so there's a couple of reasons why, but timing is one potential thing he can improve on if he wants to. It may hurt him in some other parts if he leaves the mods there, so you may want to just consider switching every now and then.
Okay. Going through his team, they look great. So far, I haven't seen anything really stands out to me. Jedi look great. Let's go to how he's doing on his Old Republic farm. I mean, honestly, this is a really good roster. Bastila, done. Jilly's almost done. Zalbar, 6-star. T3's mission's done. Good. Well, that's great. So, yeah, Old Republic well on his way of being done. He'll have Revan when it comes back around. Outstanding. Let's look at Night Sisters. Solid. Night Sisters Zombies 10. I mean, really, I'm not seeing any. I'm not seeing anything, Finn. It's a pretty damn good team. Let's look at his Rebels. Rebels look great. Chirrut, Baze, Chewbacca. Chewbacca 6 stars, but now that he's got that Zeta Bosk, Finn, he's going to be getting that 7-star Chewbacca.
Be rolling in that Zeta Boss gold.
Word.
Finn, his Tuscan Shaman is 7-star Gear 1 level 1.
Well, at least as long as he's
He
not
needs some
like
gear on that mofo.
No, he doesn't. You shut your.
No, he doesn't. I like Tusken Shaman,
No,
but he
you
is
don't.
not. He is very much a late game character
He's
to kind of
pretty
play
much
around
worthless.
with in different dot teams. But he's not.
Sith look fantastic.
Even worse, Ranger. His Lobot is 5-star Gear 1 level 1.
I like that. Lobot. Don't do crap with Lobot either.
Transformers, Lobots in disguise.
No, Finn, that's not the song.
Why?
Because I already created a song for Lobot. Lobot.
Lobots in disguise.
No! We're not taking the Transformer songs.
It's not the
then add it to my
Transformer song,
song.
it's the GoBots song.
Yeah, see?
There's a difference.
The Lobot.
Dun,
Lobot.
dun, 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 dun.
See, now you're getting it, Finn. Quit mashing and stuff.
You know, I actually, so there's a website that sells like the old TV shows that they don't really make DVDs of, but they have a copy of all of them, and I don't know what they did, like copy VHS over to DVDs or whatever. I bought the GoBots. I had to buy the GoBots. Freaking Leader 1 was like the best plane ever.
You know what's funny? I'm looking at on my desk right now. Remember the red A10 from GoBots?
Oh, yeah.
I still have that sucker.
Well, they had one for Transformers, and they had one for. It's so weird. They had a mishmash and stuff. But they were all vehicles, so it was kind of hard not to have crossovers like that. So the funniest thing ever was with Transformer is that the big plane that Autobots had. I can't remember his name. Sky something. Was actually
Skyfire, I think it was.
Right? So Skyfire's model was actually the Robotech jet, and so Hasbro had bought it thinking they were going to use that, but they didn't have a Skyfire one, so they used that for the Skyfire jet. And so the people that had the Robotech merchandise had to make the plane where you could buy the plane, but you couldn't transform it into the plane because the Transformers on tits. So I remember when we got that as kids, and they're like, "Wait, this is a Robotech plane. What the hell is going on here?" So that's the kind of cross-pollination we got.
Dude, I remember the Robotech action figures.
Oh,
Those
they were
were amazing, dude.
Oh, God, I love the Robotech so I still do. Best intro.
Sorry, we're nerding out about
We're
something other
nerding
than
out,
Star
but I
Wars.
don't give two craps because, God, if you have not, Robotech is so good. So, why have they haven't made a live action of that? Finn, get on it.
You know, classic Robotech and Macross.
Yes, Macros Plus. Yep.
What are all the different movies that Lobot could have been in? Could Lobot Potter?
Oh, God. Okay, we're moving on. Finn destroyed.
Lobot of the Rings? Oh my God, Lobot of the Rings!
Oh my God. One Lobot to rule them all. One Lobot to fight
Well,
them.
the dude that played as Lobot was in Flash Gordon.
Flash! Flash!
Oh.
Save every one of us! Such a great movie. Alright, overall roster looks really, really good. I didn't see much of anything. Maybe you got some characters here and there. Maybe you want to take two from 10, 11, or 11 to 12. But really, awesome job overall. You've got teams everywhere that you can use for everything. Really liking this roster. You've done a great job. Now let's go to mods. What are we seeing in mods, fellers?
So he has them on his arena team for the most part. So his first two rows are Scion, Thrawn, and Traya. Fine with that. He has someone JTR, probably a team that he's using for Heroic Sith and all of that. So no issue with where his mods are really. He's pretty well set up. He does have some speed secondaries on speed sets. So two of them on his Thrawn are plus 21s on speed set. So he does have a good compilation of speed set mods. He has a lot of gold 5A mods and not a lot of 6E. So I'm happy to kind of see that. He does have some blue 3s. He has one blue 3 in particular that I can see that's currently on Han Solo that he may want to take up with 14 speed. He has a lot of purple 3s that he could potentially take up, and then some lower blue 3s. So he has some mods that he could definitely slice. I'm happy to see that he's slicing a lot more mods to 5A than he is to 6E. The 6E mods that you have chosen so far You have you have the square on Scion, which is okay. I would try and focus on the right side mods more than anything else because they have some of the primaries that are a little bit better. The diamond is fine because defense can become very useful, but how does he? Let me double check how he has his Treya. So he has his Treya with the speed arrow, and his Scion with a speed arrow as well. Okay, so look
He's
for
doing
mods
pretty
that
good.
have really good primary stats. What was that, Grim?
I was saying it looks like he's doing pretty good on the mods. He might want to go through and do a little double check and make sure he has all his best ones on his arena team, because it looks like, I mean, he's got some real good ones that could go on his arena team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're pretty much on that JTR team, right? That looks like where his other mods are. So it looks like it's another team that he uses a lot, though. So I don't have any real issues with where he's where he has his mods. It looks like he's done a fairly good job on it. I was taking a quick glance at some of his pilots really quick just to make sure that he doesn't have any non-5 dots, and just kind of quick glance at him. He's pretty much 5 dotted on his pilots, so that's also very good to see. No issues with your modding. At this point, you are at the level where you're just kind of tweaking things here and there. You've done a good job. You have a few more mods that I would probably take up to 5A, depending if they hit or not, and then you can start considering some 6E movements. You're almost at that point where I would say, yeah, you can start. You should really focus on 6E. Yeah, even if you started now, I really wouldn't have much of an issue with the number of 5As that you have. So yeah, very very good job on setting up your mods. I don't know if you're kind of scrolling up and down through his mod screen, Ranger, but if you want to, I think this would be a really good one to kind of show people when we mention why we say you should take mods to 5A first instead of going to 6E. Your 5As have a better chance of giving you an increased speed. The 6Es give you a guaranteed, but a lower amount. But you want to try and see how many of those you can hit with really, really high speeds so that you can then take those to 6E. And if you look at... did you bring it up, Ranger, his mod screen?
Well, there's also a caveat with the 6E is you can only put them on gear 12. Yeah, you can only put them on gear 12. So just think about that before you take them to 6E if you don't have a large selection of gear 12s that you use.
Yeah, so if you filter... Yeah, see Ranger doing it on screen is a little bit delayed for me. But yeah, if you filter by secondary speed, and you'll be able to see, like, he's done a really good job. And this is what we're looking for a lot of times when we tell you guys you have too many mods at 6E and you need more at 5A. You have to scroll down a good bit on his roster in order to find his first non-gold mod, which means he's focused very well on trying to take up a lot of his speed secondary mods up to 5A first. And so this is kind of what we're looking at when we're telling you guys the different strategies. It's not necessarily a number. It is more looking at which characters are you utilizing the most. What kind of mods do you have available? Is it better for you to farm mods? Is it better for you to slice mods? And for him, Michael has a lot of really good mods that he can slice up, and it looks like that's exactly what he's been doing. So mod-wise, you're on point, dude. No issues whatsoever. If you want to start tweaking and trying to get speeds at a certain thing, or maybe focus on particular stats for other characters, you can go ahead and do that. But I mean, solid modding from what I can see.
Word.
Lobocop.
As far as his ships go, he's got the 15 on all of his mods, so that's good. The only thing that he could do is, maybe put the second Zeta on Bosk, and maybe on Kylo Ren Unmasked, and he's also missing both Zetas for Grand Moff Tarkin if he wants to run that ship competitively. Other than that, work on 6E mods for your crew members, and you're pretty much good.
And the chances are he's using Chimera more than Tarkin, though.
Yeah,
he's got a Gear 12 Thrawn.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and what's weird is there's a disparity between what shows up on GG and in game, because it says on GG that he's got a 4-star Houndstooth, but in game he's got a 5-star one, and it's 65 out of 85. So he's had it 5-star for a long time. So it's weird that it says 4-star.
He told you 65 out of 85?
I'm looking at it in game right now.
It's possible that it hasn't. It's been a while since it synced.
I didn't think in-game showed you what their shard count was to the next one. That's interesting. Did they add that?
I guess so.
Because before it always used to say 0 no matter what.
Mm-hmm. I think they changed that.
Cool. That is a nice feature to have. All right. Yeah, we've noticed some delays on some of these things recently. I don't know why it's been doing that, but okay. If you have any other questions, Michael, you can let us know. I think we covered everything, right?
Yeah, and if we missed anything,
his Zetas. Did you guys talk about the Zetas?
No, let's look at it.
Okay, so he said he has almost 6 Zetas saved, and so he's trying to figure out what he should do with his Zetas. Did Ranger leave? Where's Ranger?
No, I'm here. I've been sitting here. I'm like, you guys weren't paying attention. I mentioned the Zetas. I talked about ones he could do. What is wrong with you folks?
I wasn't here. I don't think I was here when you talked about Zetas.
I must have missed that.
Well, I blame you anyway.
Or you talked about it and you were on mute.
No, I did this at the beginning, you son of a...
So you said at the beginning, I wasn't here.
I talked about how you could put one on if you want to do first order. I went through this.
I missed it. I
Damn it. God.
Gosh.
It's your hand,
Ranger
Finn.
needs to go pull some tits. That's all it is. Go pull some tits, Ranger.
I'd let you use my locker, Finn, but I'd have to move my nunchucks.
Hey, look, it's McVenom. Hi, McVenom. Ranger was telling people to pull a tits.
That's... Yeah. But not in the way Finn's saying it.
Just telling people to go around pulling tits. It's just awesome.
Pull a tit, not pull tits. Do not misquote me, you mongoloid.
Did you just singleize it? Did you just say pull a tit?
Pull a tits, not...
You didn't pluralize it. You said single.
Yes, Finn, because I have to explain things to you very carefully because you're retarded. And we wonder why we lose viewership.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, nobody else is laughing, but Finn's just giggling away. So, Grim,
you're everyone to go pull it.
Yeah, just go take a time out, Finn. Go sit in the corner. So, Grim, let's talk mature about other things since Finn's... I don't know, what is Finn?
Oh, Tits says add her to the call.
Oh, okay. I think she is added to the call, isn't she, Finn? Let me look.
She normally is, but I'll just add her right now.
Yeah, if you want to just check. I thought she was, but...
I got her. There she is.
So, what does pull a tit mean?
Well, so...
Should I be mad?
No, you should be...
Should I be offended?
No, but listen, Finn's... He's a...
I know, sweetie. He's being very bad today. He's very bad
because I told the guy here, because his shard wasn't letting him play, right? And you've had that problem before. And so I was like, you go in there and you get medieval, you pull a tits, and you get in there and get nasty. And then Finn thinks I'm actually saying to go up to random women and pull their tits. That's what Finn's giggling about. So if you would like to berate him, please do.
I'll berate him.
You made it single and just said pull a tit.
Well, I made the mistake of trying to explain it to him like an adult.
Well, I get what you were saying.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah, thank you.
Don't you carry on. Don't worry about him.
Thank you. Thank you. See, Finn, shut up.
Shut up, Finn.
Stupid Finn. Hi, Tits.
It's
been a while.
How's your... pulling a tit.
Yes. We're going to make a commercial about it. It's my tits in a box. It's my tits in a box, baby.
That's a disturbing image.
Isn't it
there.
really? You might have
What's in the box? What's in the box?
What's in the box? It's a tit. Oh, I thought it was a head. My bad.
1, put your tits in a box.
2.
Open that box. 3.
That's when it's a hole in the box.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh
Moving
no!
on.
Oh no!
What was the topic before
Well, I was going
in?
to ask you about how was your Thanksgiving? We haven't talked to you in
It
a
was
while.
lovely. It was busy.
It was you
So
cooked for 25
busy.
people.
Yeah, 25. It was crazy.
Oh my!
I drank a lot. I drank a lot and ate a lot of pie.
That seems to be a consensus. A lot of people like, Thanksgiving. Oh, I drank too much.
I did. I really did.
What are you doing? Are you at work?
I am at work. I'm on lunch right now.
Oh, very nice.
So
you're listening to us on your lunch break. See,
Mark has it correct though.
What?
If you get in trouble for pulling a tit, make sure you call Grande and Grande.
He will not let it go. Oh my god. Well, you want to hang out for a little bit?
Sure.
And,
I got 30 minutes.
Hey, let's get some questions in.
Michael House, question: what's the best team to use Treya in the Sith raid?
I mean, this Sith, you just basically annihilate the hell out of in Phase 2 is the best team really to use her with. You know, Treya, you can go Nihilus, Scion. I mean, hell, you can get crazy and do a Thrawn if you wanted to, just to speed up Nihilus, so you're just annihilating, throw in an Emperor Palpatine, and you got yourself a road win.
Roadhouse. Paul Morgan, question: who should get my next Zeta? Legendary Chewie, Bastila, Fallen Bastila, or save them?
Bastila lead if you don't have Revan. Legendary Chewie is good if you're using it, just the loyal friend one. Fallen Bastila does not need a Zeta.
Oh, unless you plan on using her a lot in Territory Wars, because then you could use her Zeta.
Nah, even then, it's only for one turn. There's so many AoEs and stuff at this point. I think it's a waste.
So what if he has Revan?
Oh.
If he has Revan, then you don't need Bastila because there isn't a solid second Jedi team. So yeah, then you would want Jolie to put on that team.
Yeah.
Billy Gunn, question: I want to finish off May's capital ship. I'm afraid as soon as I use Prestige, CG will drop new capital ship. What are odds we get new capital ship in next 2 weeks?
Low.
So you factor in how bad it will really screw you up, and then the odds are good that that's going to happen.
Oh,
CG.
look at this. Just went the other way. Well, I was to say,
I'm just teasing it.
Yeah, it's a low probability. The thing is, you can't think about what might come out. You want to, especially for free to play. You want to look at what's out there for news, but like unless something is really solidly in the periphery, then you may want to save for it. You know, like when we saw JTR, we said do the Han, veteran Han and Chewie, but there's been like nothing about a capital ship. There's been no sniff. We may get a Millennium Falcon, we may get a 3PO, we may get something along those lines, but we ain't getting no damn capital ship. So stick to the plan.
That's a good question. Darth Hideous asked, when was the last time we got a capital ship? I can't remember.
Thrawn.
That's right. Yep, Thrawn.
See, the one thing as a free-to-play, you don't want to take gambles, because if your gamble doesn't pay off, you're going to be hosed. Especially when it comes to, like, a capital ship. If you're going to do gambles and be free-to-play, not a good idea.
I have to start calling you McVenom, because it makes weird sentences when you call you tits.
Shut up, fam.
Yeah.
Ranger said the tits went the wrong way. I'm picturing him as
McVenom.
Tits went the opposite way.
Tits went the opposite way.
I'm thinking of that one that says "calm your tits," and she's like, "No!" and they're all like going all over the place.
See, you're doing
This conversation is going to let's get to Mo.
You're not wrong, man. Jesus.
Speedo kills. Question: I have been saving Galactic War and Cantina currency for a while instead of shards for gear in Shard Shop. Any thoughts about CG adding to these shops, or should I spend away?
Spend away, buddy.
Yeah, CG's not going to be adding anything to the shops that they said they weren't going to. I mean, there's no money.
Hopefully not without any notice ahead of time.
Yeah, but there's no money for them to make in those shops, so they're not going to add to them.
More player retention. I think people are getting sick of the hard node farms, but we'll see.
Nathaniel Morgan, question, will they do anything with that 300 leftover GW currency?
In 3 years, it'll all be gone.
Well, no, they put in the weekly shipments, they had the crystals for Polygon and stuff like that. I used some of those.
No, that's why he's saying 300. So a lot of people were at even 400, right? Then you spent 100. Now you have 300 left over that you can't spend.
I spent 200 because I'm only down to 200 now.
So you probably had 300 from one of the other events. Like, there was a lot of people that were in odd numbers from earlier stuff, and so they used their 100. But there's a lot of people that were even at 400, and then they dropped.
Ah, okay.
So now they're at 300. So how do you get rid of that? Another 3 years, you'll get it.
No, it's easy. Don't complete your Galactic War all the way. Just complete it up enough until you can buy something out of the Galactic War shop, and then spend it. And then you're at a 0, and you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Kashmir, question, in a non-heroic Sith guild and use EP lead with Darkseid, DH, DV, and Thrawn in arena. For gear, I can use a piece to gear 12 Resistance Trooper or make Fallen Bastila gear 11 and Swapper in my arena team. Which one?
Well, if you're going to use Bastila in your arena team, do it for Bastila. But if you're not, then...
Can you repeat the team? Did you say DH?
Is that Darth Hideous?
Because there's no other... I don't think there's a DH in the game. Is he using Hideous?
You spelled it wrong. It's FUDH.
Idiot just said it too. He just said he uses DH.
Well, I mean...
Can you repeat the question? I want to hear the characters again.
I don't use DH. He's too OP. It makes the game go too fast. I mean, it lasts like less than a minute.
Are you sure, Tits? I mean, I think you should.
DH only lasts less than a minute.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's a quick guy. Too OP. That was a pun within a pun. I didn't even realize I did it.
Oh, wow.
To be honest.
Wow.
This is the greatest stream ever. You're talking about pulling tits and DH being too quick. It's the greatest stream ever.
The worm has definitely turned for you, my friend. I mean, I really, really have nothing else to add to this conversation.
All right. Brad's going to get mad at me soon for derailing every question.
Not really. Stanley's over there laughing his ass off, too. Oh, my God.
Fat Tony 99. Question, why has Finn been slacking in clan games and really cap out before they end?
What?
I am. I've been doing my stuff. We have another, day and a half or something, don't we?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think we have another day. Hold on, let me tell you how much we have left. We have... God, I am laughing too hard on this stream. Okay. We have another... Yeah, we have another day and a half. I'm working on it. Don't worry. I should get both of my accounts actually probably up. For sure one, then I'm going to try the other one. So, I'm working on it. We will get to that 50,000 hopefully. We're almost there, actually. Huzzah!
Kazakage, too easy. Question, why can't I get into the top 10? I'm sad. A sad, Revenless man.
Well, there's your reason right there if you don't have Revan.
I'm sorry you're sad. Not much you can do other than maybe having an offensive team with Bastila or do some stuff that we recommended before. But yeah, it is a pain in the ass. I mean, when 18 of the top 20 teams are Revan, it's like, oh, God. Those who have Revan and those who do not, it's what it's come down to.
Actually, easiest way to do it is don't care.
Yeah, right. I just get in the top 20. I just don't care.
Yeah, so it's like, there's the Revan wall in my arena. I'm not going to go past it. I don't care.
Pretty much. Just don't give two hoots. All right, next question.
Chewy, question, why can't they make Lobot like the one in Rebel Roundup?
Because he's a Lobot in disguise.
No, Finn. God bless America.
I'm thinking of working on a wedge-led team. Besides CLS R2, any tunes you would suggest for that I should work for a strong wedge team?
It's changed a little bit, hasn't it? You know, with
for what?
He wants to use a wedge lead team, right?
For what?
I don't know, just in general.
Yeah, what aspect? I mean,
because I wouldn't. Because he said CLS, right?
No, he said wedge.
No, wedge lead, but he said besides CLS and R2, I think was the question. Because I wouldn't put CLS out of lead. That's why I'm trying to figure out where he wants to use this wedge
there was
team.
a Trey killer team with wedge, right? Biggs and wedge.
I mean, you could use Danger Zone, but that's why I'm trying to figure out the context of this.
But really, with Chewbacca, I mean, you could go...
Danger Zone!
Lana, Danger Zone!
I always think Archer when I hear that.
I know, I can't help it.
Hey Lana, you know where you're at.
What?
Danger Zone.
But the Danger Zone team is kind of it's not.
It's
really,
old news now.
It's old news now because it used to be you would run it with Wedge, Biggs, Han, CLS, and then another heavy hitter. Because basically what you did is you went in there and you just burned Trey down. I mean, that was the whole point of it with all the assist and everything you got from the wedge lead. But with Chewie being added and everything, it's flipped the script completely on how you use CLS with Han. So, I mean, if you want to, you can have it in your back pocket, sure. You know, having a lay in there is a really good person to have because if you can get her high enough, her triple taps can really, really hurt, especially if she's being called to assist a lot. You could maybe do Akbar in there with that team, but I wouldn't put Han or Chewie or CLS in that team. You know, I'd keep those three in with, like, for me, I use, like, the teams you want to use with CLS, and those two is, like, R2 and Old Ben, or Churd and Baze. I mean, that's a guaranteed, mollywop, as old Urban would say, for you at any time. So, a little bit different, but if you want to go Biggs, Wedge, Leia, Stormtrooper Han, I mean, throw another Rebel in there, and maybe for a lesser team, you could do that. Next question.
Fat Tony 99 question: what's the ideal defensive bounty hunter comp for territory war using Bosk Cleed?
Bosk, Boba, Greedo, Dengar, and then either Cad Bane or IG-88.
Yeah, I like IG-88. I mean, it's what I use, but there's a lot of different combinations.
I typically go with IG-88 too, but Cad Bane can work really well with the stuns and everything too.
Yeah. It's good.
Eric Estrella question: when do you guys think the Chimera event will return?
Soon.
Didn't it return just a little while ago? I'm trying to remember what the dates were. I think so. Hold on. I'm going to see what the dates were. Because they're now on a 3 to 4 month rotation for the legendaries. So hold on, let me go to the site. So the last time it came was on September 7th, which means that 3 months would be in December. So it's either going to start December 7th all the way up until like January 7th is the range. So yeah, soon. It should be relatively soon, probably within the next month or so. You'll see Chimera.
Helenex question: what's the probability of Return of the Jedi Luke being released before year end?
What do you think, Tits?
Very low.
Think you're going to get that?
Or wait, no, you said Jedi Luke?
Yeah, Return of the Jedi Luke.
Oh, I don't know. That might be a Christmas thing. When did they release? Wasn't there a big release they did right before Christmas last year? No.
They did something last. No, they did.
I feel like they did something Christmas last year.
Wasn't that CLS like 2 years ago or something?
CLS was 2 years ago, and I think I'm trying to remember what last year was.
Right?
Yeah. It was around Christmas time.
I mean, it's a good guess that they would release something big. I don't know. I have no idea. I can't predict CG anymore. Yeah, I don't. I stopped trying.
Yeah, I blame Finn.
Last Christmas was Jedi Training Rey. 15th of December was Jedi Training Day.
That's right. Yeah. So
Darth Revan this Christmas.
I say it's Darth Hideous this Christmas.
Oh.
Nah, that'll go by too quickly.
Oh, no.
It'll be a 4-hour event.
Only for Ranger.
Well, no, I'll make it last a lot longer than it should.
He'll go 8.
Damn right.
Is my tits in a box?
Darth Hideous, question, do you think they might add a new shop for Grand Arena? And what do you think they will put in there?
Of course they will.
Do you think they will, or do you think it's going to be...
Yeah, I think they will.
The rewards will be, like, maybe to the other stores.
Personally, I think they're going to add a new store with new currency and the ability to buy the currency with cash.
I think we have way too many currencies as it is. So I'm going to say no.
Ooh,
So,
you know
what
what?
am I thinking?
Stama Osboof had a good suggestion. They might bring Lightside Revan back around. Didn't they do that with, was it JTR or CLS? They did it. They did a quick turnaround when they brought him back the second time. I hope it was JTR
for doing that, and they said that they were going to do that again.
Because remember, they did it for JTR, and I was so unprepared again because it was so soon.
Yeah. I don't think it would be a smart idea for them.
He said that might be why we got the double drops.
It may be, but I think it would be a really, really bad idea for them because
they've
already
all the whales
angered.
Would be pissed.
They're already pissed off that a Gear 8 3-star character can help to defeat their teams consistently now. Now you add to the fact that their dominance with Revan lasted really only a month, and then 2 months later that everyone's able to get it if they spent the time to farm it after double drops and all that. Yeah, no. That would be really, really bad. I think they have to wait until February and then release the second time of light side Jedi Revan with whatever else they plan on using Revan for. I think it's going to have to be in February.
Michael House.
Maybe.
Michael House, question. Thanks for the roster review. Keep up all the great content.
Hey, you're welcome, buddy.
No problem. And if you have any questions for us that we didn't address, or if you got any other questions from the roster review, just let us know.
And if we missed anything, make sure to blame Finn.
That's true.
Eric Estrella, question for everyone. What are your next 5 characters you're planning on putting as Zeta?
3 for Revan. I just did one for Jolie. And then I'm still hoarding Zetas. There's not really much other than maybe rounding out some other ones I'm thinking about, but really don't need. So that's kind of where I'm at with my Zetas right now. I'm kind of hoarding them.
3 for Revan, Jolie, and unfortunately probably Rose Tico.
I don't know who I'm gonna. I've been hoarding Zetas. I need Omegas to do anything with them, but I don't know who to put my next Zeta on. To be honest, I think my last one was on Bosk. I have no idea.
Well, don't worry. We got your
I'm going to hold on to them for a while.
We got your roster review coming up, and we'll be able to tell you.
I'm doing pretty much the same thing as Tits. The last one I Zeta'd was Bosk, and all the other Zetas I'm looking at, I'm like, oh, eh. So, like, I'm sitting on 3 Zetas right now that I can't find anything to spend it on.
To be honest, I kind of want to just start Zeta in my bears. Just get them going. I wouldn't mind doing that just because it'd be fun.
Be like, hey, Cubs, guess what?
Yeah.
Zeta Barris.
Yeah. No. Oh, I have a Zeta Barris already. Don't be fooled. That's my favorite Zeta so far. No, I'm talking about the bears, like murder bears, like do the Ewoks.
Oh, Ewoks. Okay. Yeah.
They're fun to play.
Darth Rada 1972. Question, with the event calendar blank after tomorrow, do you think more Dark Side KOTOR marquee events will be arriving with an update this week?
I don't know if it's going to be KOTOR, but I think we're going to get an update this week, preferably tomorrow. Yeah. So hopefully tomorrow we'll get an update, and then because they said it's either Old Republic or it's original trilogy stuff, and we should be getting close to getting an announcement on the Millennium Falcon soon, hopefully, sometime maybe. So I'm hoping that's the announcement. We are due for KOTOR characters though, with the assumption that we're going to get a Dark Side KOTOR legendary type event in February. So they are going to need to release those soon. So it would not surprise me, and it's probably more than likely that we will.
I'm thinking Millennium Falcon, man. Be prepared to panic farm another Han.
Billy Gunn, question to build off what Finn was saying about Cyan and Nilly speeds. What should be the variance between the two? I can beat the slower Revens, but struggle versus the 310 plus Revens.
You don't speed your Nihilus. Nihilus's turn meter is too inconsistent because of Traya. So you make your Nihilus fast and tanky, you make your Scion fast and tanky, but as fast as possible. So Scion should get your best speed. What you do then is you make your Thrawn one speed lower than Scion. And that would make it so Scion goes first, then Thrawn, and then Thrawn turn meter swaps with Nihilus. It's different when you're facing a slower Revan because you want a fast Thrawn in order to fracture Revan. So it depends on who you're facing. So you can then switch your mods on Thrawn from one set to another that would then reduce Thrawn's speed so you get that timing correct. So don't try to time Nihilus and Scion. That's going to become a failed endeavor because you have to calculate not only for the turn meter that like the normal speeds, but also the turn meter gain because Traya is going to get a lot of debuffs on her early. So you'll have to then compensate for 30% speed turn meter gain, which is a lot of speed, and you probably won't be able to slow down Nihilus and speed up Scion enough in order for that to work out properly. So deal with Thrawn and Scion instead.
Revenator, question: if RSG were to put something in a box, what would it be? I'd have to say it'd be a butt sock.
Tits.
Yeah,
now we have the song.
Not tits is too cool to put in a box. I'd say
I'm working on it now, Tits. I'm gonna make a shirt that has box right on has a box on the chest with the RSG logo in front. I'm making that shirt right now.
And you might have one person buy it.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it.
If you wear that shirt around me, I will smack you.
Why?
Just saying. Because I feel like it's offensive in some way, but I really don't know what way, but I'll figure it out.
I can just call it my Kylo Ren chest. Like the boxy Kylo Ren chest.
Oh, stop it. Like I'm a 5-year-old child or something. It's just a boxy Kylo Ren.
No, you know what it is. Other people won't know.
Only the 95 watching will know now.
Finn, yeah. I'd stop while you were ahead because remember, you're going to be meeting these people in real life in April, and they're going to end up beating you down.
To get smacked by Tits when she sees me,
and I'm going to hold him. And I'm going to hold him down. Don't worry.
Yeah. Oh no! All of you are smacked.
I need to make sure I've done
some point or another. You've all pissed me off in some way, so you're all getting a smack.
Yeah, it's going to be like
it's an April Festivus.
You know, in April we're gonna see something on the news where it's like Florida man gets pushed off the 20th floor of the Disney World Hotel. You know?
Found only with bloody head and shirt with box on chest without.
Don't be silly, you guys. I'm a nurse and I'll watch SVU. I know how to kill someone and get rid of a body without knowing.
That's
true, and Ranger will help her. So.
Yeah, I will.
Ride or die. He's my ride or die.
I will not put on the shirt itself, though, tits in a box. I think that would be too obvious. It has to be more subtle.
Subtlety is your name.
Mm-hmm. I'll put 2 RSG logos on there.
Whatever. Okay, sorry, Red. Go ahead.
They'll go in the opposite direction.
Thane Kyrell, question: do you guys think that CG will ever add the golden eyeballs back into raid rewards? I need over 10 of them for the tunes I'm gearing up right now.
Doubtful.
I doubt it because the loot in Heroic AAT loot sucks. Let's just be real. It's garbage. Whether I finish top 10 or 25, every time no matter where I've placed, the loot is just garbage. So I mean, no, we're just stuck.
Mike Brook. Question, is Magma Trooper better than Shore for a Veer's lead? I have Veer, Stark, Death, Snow. Who's better for a fifth? You better be working on your Saintly Trooper.
Hey, that's not a bad call there, buddy.
Range Trooper is amazing.
I mean, Magma's really good. They're all really good, and they're great in the combination together. So I mean, pick one, rock and roll. I mean, the standard team is Veers, Stark, Death Trooper, Shore Trooper, Snow Trooper, but you can.
I'm working on range.
There you go. I just
I'm gonna put range in for, just run with Snow, range, Stark, Veers, and Shore. That's what I'm gonna go with.
And then you'll have the dance party troopers.
Furry boots for the win. I love it. Guys, I got to jump off. I got to get back to work.
All right, go save lives, Tits.
All right.
Cool. Thanks for joining us, Tits.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Well, that was cool.
I survived.
Well, for now.
For now.
I see death in your future, Finn, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Oh, I know. I just want to make sure I'm deserving of the death.
Well, make sure you live a good, clean, wholesome life until then, Finn, because...
No, I'm doing the opposite. Otherwise, I wouldn't have deserved the death.
Well, you know what happened in the afterlife. She might be able to get your spirit and still terrorize your butt.
She's going to visit me in the afterlife. That's nice.
No, she's going to summon your spirit and capture it, and then...
I don't see death in Finn's future. I see a broken collarbone in his future.
Well, that's a good point, too. I mean, we don't have to get cray-cray with it. Next question.
Bing Skymaster. Question, do we think C-3PO is the missing cog to make CLS meta viable?
No.
I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with him unless they did something crazy with his kit. But I think he's going to be... Obviously, he's going to be a support character, but...
I see him more than likely being used for Ewoks more than Rebels. To be honest. Because, the Ewoks thought of him as a god. They didn't call him the golden god for nothing.
Gold guy. But no, I don't foresee that. Unfortunately.
Dylar's Twilight Tactics. Question, is Ro going to win this territory war?
Oh, I have no idea. I mean, I don't talk smack on TW. I mean, it should be a good match. I think it's going to be close, but I couldn't tell you. When it comes to territory wars, I can't tell you who's going to win and who's not. I mean, there's so many different tactics and things of that nature that people do. I mean, your guess is as good as mine, man. It really is. I have no idea what's going to happen, so we'll see. I just like having fun. I like seeing the different teams and different lineups, and it's fun. I like to have fun with it, and I hope you guys have fun facing our teams as well.
Go in and kick ass, chew bubblegum, and have fun.
And blame Finn.
Andrew Sweeney. Question about the 7-star Aura Singh. How should she be modded for Phase 3 of the Heroic Sith Triumvirate raid?
Tenacity.
Yes.
No, that's wrong.
Offense.
Yes.
You need
offense
on
offense.
For
chance and
you can go with some other stuff, but she needs offense for standalone. Then the other stuff you can go with speed and all of that stuff too. But making sure that she has high physical damage is important.
What else? 73 question, would a Gear 10 5-star trail-led Sith team with a Gear 9 FNBS 4-star hold well in a 15-month-old arena?
No. You gotta get the gear higher. Much higher. Gear 11 minimum. I mean, even though
running with a 3-star is gonna get you. Is gonna paint a target on your back. You're gonna get attacked left and right.
And then blame Finn.
Thane Kyrell, question for Finn. Have you watched the Tits T-Money movie yet?
No, I have not. I need to.
That's the what? The spy that dumped me or something like that?
Yeah.
I need to watch that one too.
Nathaniel Morgan, question, why is Zam not in Rangers Bounty Hunter Squadron?
Because I don't like her.
She's still too squishy.
I mean, she's a good character, but it's way too squishy, and I got Greedo, and that's all you need. I got Greedo and Dengar. They do enough with thermal detonators to make you happy. Now, she does do some expose and some other things, but so does IG-88, so it's like, I'll go with what I got. Now, I will eventually get her up to Gear 11, and I'm going to work on the bounty hunters and stuff next, so I'm going to finish up, Django and them, and I'll have the Clone Wars era bounty hunters, and she's a good character, but not for the team I'm running.
I've noticed something interesting with Greedo. I get a feeling they upped his chance to attack multiple times more. Because, I've had him going 6 and 7 times in a row here recently, a lot more often than before.
Yeah. He's dynamite, man. You get him Gear 11 plus, boy, oh boy, does he hit hard. Triple tapping, all kinds of stuff. Ooh. He hits so hard, Finn's speechless.
David Bond, question, Finn, did you ever find a site where you can get the vintage Sierra games?
I have not looked. We've been playing so many other games lately, I haven't even bothered to look, but I would look for King's Quest 6. I would tell you that right now, but I just haven't looked.
I can take a look. There's some abandonware sites out there that actually have some of the old Sierra games. And abandonware is legal. It's legit. You can get them for free.
That's all the questions.
All right. Hey, right at 1 o'clock. We did it. We did it, guys. We did a good job and got through. A couple things. We'll get into the ACS here in a second. Someone wanted me to mention the Amazon wish list. We have an Amazon wish list. Started long ago because Alchie Dumpling said we had to do it, and you do what Alchie Dumpling tells you to do. There's some fun stuff on there. I don't expect anybody to get us anything, but there's some cool stuff on there. I think from the list. I mean, there's some odds and ends. That's how we got the Darth Revan figure for me and some other things. So if you're interested, you can check out the Amazon wish list. There, I've done my public service announcement. Let's get into the important stuff, the ACS stuff. Finn, tell us about it.
All right, so we are starting up, and we have started up, our 2019 charity campaign, and it is for the American Cancer Society. And in April, we will be running a half marathon at Disney for the American Cancer Society, and we are trying to raise $15,000 for the American Cancer Society. We are already over 1,600, so we are more than 10% of our way there, so thank you very much, guys. And if you go to our Tiltify page, and the link is in the description of the YouTube video, you'll be able to see a lot of different fun ways for you guys to donate to the American Cancer Society and have fun with us. We have a Zeta up for sale. Mine has already been done, and so there is a poll where you can donate to and help pick, although I'm pretty sure Rose Tico is pretty much solidified at this point. Warrior has a Zeta up as well, so there's a challenge that needs to get filled for Warrior to put a Zeta on a character, and then there's a poll that will determine which character he would go, which he would Zeta. So make sure that you guys donate to that challenge. Warrior is not one that skimps on his Zeta, so really important that you guys donate to that challenge and get that filled out. We also have a bunch of other stuff like the RSG wristband. We have the official RSG wristbands for the Stu Strong campaign. So you guys can go onto the page, go under the rewards, and you guys can click on that. There is a whole host of stuff that I have listed that I have to add to the list here. I'll announce a few of them here. We're going to have one with good old Maurice dancing on our stream. We have a live stream that we're doing on December 15th. And so on December 15th, it'll be a 12-hour live stream. We have a bunch of stuff that we're going to do on there. One of which is going to be a dance party with good old Maurice. And you guys can donate to have good old Maurice dance your dance of choice. It'll be a 30-second dance of your choice. And so you can go ahead and purchase that. That's going to be added soon. Miss Ouchie Dumpling is putting up a... she is going to unlock Dooku if we fill a challenge. And
what? That's breaking news.
It is. Yeah. She has put up the unlocking of Dooku. And if you know anything about Ouchie, she is not a fan of Dooku and his old manedness. So that will be up on there. We will also be playing D&D on the December 15th stream. And one of the things that we are adding on there is for you guys to be able to interact with our D&D campaign. You will actually be able to purchase the placement of NPC characters. So if you guys purchase a particular reward, Ranger will add another monster for us to fight as we're going along, and we'll have some different ones listed there. And so we'll have some more details on that coming up. So make sure you guys do check out the rewards and the challenges and the polls. We're putting a lot of fun stuff up there for you guys to donate to the American Cancer Society, but have fun with us as well. So there you go.
There you go, indeed. And remember, if you guys like what you're seeing, make sure you subscribe. Give us a thumbs up on the video. It does help us spread out our word in the YouTubes. We do have our Patreon page, so if you'd like to become a Patreon and support us in that way, please do. All support is appreciated, and we use it to keep the streams running by taking care of the stuff we need to take care of to keep providing you the content that you guys enjoy and love so much. So on behalf of myself and the RSG crew, thank you so much for being here with us today. We really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day, and we will holler at you later. Peace.